Hello, Eternum, and welcome to KOTT News, Eternum's #1 source for news. And this is the War Report. No change in the dynamic of Eternum last night as the forces of Dogged Down deny farmed off fresh and retain the master fishing delta region of Reekwater. But for how long is anyone's guess, as multiple factional forces prepared to push influence even before the final horns of battle from the distant fort could be heard. KOTT News were about to speak with Dogged Down leadership when armies began to deploy from Far Harbor.
Damn! Oh, look at all these, look at all of them out here, hell yeah.
Dude, they are ready to go.
I know!
Everybody's been waiting for the timer so they can go and start pushing. Commit is down there ready to go. Outcasts have been preparing. They are not messing around, my friend.
Dang, yeah, Purple already has 4%.
Yep, you better look out.
That's crazy, the war just ended.
The Syndicate know how to get things done efficiently, sir.
I guess so.
KOTT went to follow, but not before getting a word from the victors about their fight.
We knew them, we played out with them on a different server, so like, we kind of knew like where they were, how many people they had, so they barely merked, and the mercs they did merc like just filled spots. So we just kind of filled it, did an in-house v in-house, and kind of tried to get people in who normally don't get wars.
Yeah, it felt like a comfortable, friendly war, if I'm being honest. I mean, you gave away the C point as one would, and then looked at about 16 minutes. They gave a student body push on Alpha that you had to respond to, and then, you know, that fight until you got to fort phase about 9 minutes. Traditional, you know, horns and gates, and 1 or 2 pushes in, and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Everybody got a lot of practice in tonight, I think.
Yeah, that was the whole point of this, was to get people VODs who normally don't war. I'm sure a lot of them got some VODs too, so.
Well, that's awesome, man. Good effort out there. I appreciate that. I'm sure they do as well. Was there anybody who might have stood out that you might not have seen normally?
Yeah, I mean, we had a last-minute fill that we had a purple show up. They went Firestaff, I think, and they went 40-0, which is a pretty good stat line. But
are you sure it wasn't Sapo? Pretended to be somebody else? Moments later, KOTT news crews made haste to Fort Reekwater, anticipating the carnage of what was to come. And as expected, several factional forces were battling for supremacy in and around the goat-encircled keep. KOTT News will bring you more on this story as it develops, because KOTT News were summoned to volunteer responsibilities with the Invasion Response Squad in Brimstone. Once again, the corruption invasion forces were out in full force, seemingly infused by the spice. But the all-volunteer forces of the Invasion Response Squad were able to fend them all off in all 4 regions. While in Brimstone, KOTT News took a moment to defeat the drum circle nuisance yet again, trying out a new technique with a 100% success rate. Looking at the weather for today, and it's going to be another beautiful day of sunshine and radiance as the sun travels across the Eternum horizon. But be on the lookout after sundown, when the humidity drops and the corruption invasion forces rise up once more across 20% of the island. No submissions for simulated fantasy combat resolution tonight, brought to you by Peace, but we'll have any late-breaking outcomes and reactions from the citizens tonight at 11. Until then, this has been War Correspondent JChalant, KOTT News.